He is stopping at nothing to find justice for his late daughter, and this time taking his fight all the way to Washington.
And Jessica Gill joins us live now with more on Scott Root's testimony before Congress.
Scott Root is the father of this young woman here. That's Sarah Root. You may recall she was killed back in January, according to police, by 19-year-old Ezwin Mejia, whose blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. But again, he's 19, so he wasn't drinking legally. What's more, though, how his legal status in the country was handled is now the subject of debate within our nation's capital. 4 a.m. on a Sunday. It's a moment Scott Root will never forget. Sarah Root, his daughter, was hit by a driver, Ezwin Mejia, who prosecutors say wasn't only street racing at the time, he was underage and driving drunk.
I was awaiting something that no father should have to go through. That was identify their child.
As Sarah's father testified before a congressional committee, it was clear emotions were running high, and not just for him. Members of the Committee for Oversight and Government Reform also feeling the sting.
I feel very strongly about this. I have my own 2 daughters. I can't imagine the grief that this family is facing.
My profound sympathies go with the families. There aren't words to describe how we feel.
But the issue in Sarah's death that fired up many of these members was Ezwin Mejia's illegal status here within the country. Currently, he's nowhere to be found. They called upon Sarah Saldana, director of the Department of Homeland Security, to answer the tough questions.
I am vexed as to why Mr. Mejia was not detained. Can you tell me, as a former prosecutor, why the killer of Sarah Root was not detained?
It's very easy to look back, sir. Very easy to look back, and yes, he has.
Well, I'm looking back so we can look forward and prevent the next one. And that's about all we can do unless we have a crystal ball, is look back and see what facts we were given him.
According to Sarah's father, though, the only fact that matters now is that his little girl is gone.
I want to leave you with a personal story. When Sarah was young, she had a patch of hair on her back. I would tease her by calling her Monkey Girl. She hated it, but she knew it coming from a father's love. I love you forever, Monkey Girl.
The topic of today's hearing was criminal aliens released by the Department of Homeland Security. With that being said, Scott Root was not the only parent there today speaking on behalf of lost loved ones. Tonight at 6:30, I'll have more on Saldana's reasoning behind why Mejia was never detained.
And that's a question a lot of people have too, Jessica. Now, as far as Sarah's father, what is he asking for at this point?
Well, he'd like to see a lot of things done, John, but more than anything, he wants to see Judge Jeff Marcuso, the judge who set Mejia's bond at $50,000, to be removed from the bench. Although Mejia's legal status was not known to the judge at the time, Root does think it was too low of a bond. We have also learned Mejia was released to his brother, who is also in the country illegally.
Thank you. That's Jessica Gill reporting live tonight.